Fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps, and I'm joined now with none other than Frank Warren. Frank, my God, it was one hell of a controversial decision made last night. Talk to me a bit about what's going through your mind, because it's obviously got to be a bit frustrating.
I think it's very frustrating. It took away, in some ways, Tyson'S moment of history, the greatest comeback, I think, certainly in maybe boxing or heavyweight boxing, certainly in my time in boxing, from the depths of despair that he was at and the journey that he's come through to get where he is now. Very disappointing, and guy getting off the floor from big knockdowns. I mean, it shows you what he's made of.
What was going through your mind in that moment? Because I jumped out of my seat.
When he went down, I thought, I just thought he was gone, and I really do believe that. He was lying there, and I've got to be honest, back then suddenly he sprung up. It was like a guy had drunk 2 bottles of whiskey, and then suddenly found that his wife's going for his phone, and he jumped up. That's what it was.
That's a good analogy.
But he done brilliantly. He got up and he done what he had to do, and it was just fantastic.
2 of the men flying the flags for the Travelers is obviously Tyson Fury and Billy Joe Saunders. Can you tell me a bit of an update of what's going on with him? When can we expect to see him back in the ring, so forth?
Well, I haven't seen Bill. I spoke to him about a week or so ago, and I'll be speaking to him this week, and then we'll make some decisions where we're going with Bill. But I'm sure Bill will be infused by this. I'm sure Bill will be inspired by what Tyson's done, and hopefully he can emulate it and get himself back in there, because he didn't lose he's another guy, never lost his title in the ring.
Is there anyone in particular you'd like to have him fight next? I think what a good fight would be Triple G. Yeah,
but either of those guys, but they don't want to. They don't want to fight him. Neither of them want to fight him. They don't want to fight him. That's why you got to take your help to Deontay Wilder to fight Tyson.
Yes.
Nobody wanted to fight Tyson, and Deontay did. And Deontay, I've got the utmost respect for him. I mean, he's a really good guy. I mean, all this stuff that went on, and it was quite, at times they were getting quite edgy with each other, and that's how fighters do be built before fights. But he is a really nice guy. I've got tremendous respect for him.
Do you know what I think's going to happen? Him and Deontay are going to end up best friends when they're retired. They're just two.
They might run off together. You never know. I'm surprised or so.
Exactly.
They're going to have that mutual respect for each other, which warriors have. But we want to get the fight on again. Everybody wants to see it. The boxing demands to see that fight again, doesn't it? We all got to have views and versions of what it was. But I didn't want the fight, taking away, which was a great fight, an exciting, dramatic fight. I don't want the controversy of poor judging to ruin it. That's what happens, and it's happened a few times now in boxing.
It's scary to come over to America, right? Because then you feel like you...
Yeah, a guy comes over and comes to do this. He wants expecting a level playing field. But we're all grown-ups. We're not stupid. But when the Mexican jab, what did he give the first 4 or 5 rounds?
I think it was 6 rounds, wasn't it?
Whatever it was. I mean, what is that all about?
Yeah,
That's the host broadcaster, an American broadcasting company, had him 5-1 up. And all the respected people in the sport, they're all saying it was bad. And I'm not saying anything about Deontay Wilder. It takes 2 to make a great fight, and they both did. But
Deontay wasn't the one who made the decision. It was the judges, and that's where the problem is.
That's what I'm saying. That's what that should not happen.
Exactly.
And listen, even if Tyson had won the fight, if he'd have given him the fight, if he got it officially, you'd get that fight on again anyway, because it's such a good fight. You're not going to just say, that's the end of that and on to the next one. Let's make it again. That's what boxing's about, delivering those type of fights. And who knows, fights like this might turn into a trilogy.
Yeah.
But anyway, as I say, it was a fantastic night for watching the sport, and I think it was a bad night again for the decision makers.
And lastly, because I know you got to catch your flight, but I wanted to know a bit about the rematch clause, because I know, should Deontay have lost, then it would have been an automatic rematch for...
There is a clause in our contract that we can't discuss.
A draw clause.
There's a clause in the contract, and neither party can discuss what the terms of the contract are. It's private and confidential. The other side want to say, let's put that aside. I'll put it aside, but I can't breach that.
Okay, that's fine. Well, thank you so much for your time, Frank. I always appreciate you.
It's lovely to see you as always, and we enjoyed it here, and let's look forward to the next one. You coming over for the next one?
You know what? My brother's getting married the week of Warrington and Frampton.
Well, that's going to be a great fight. You've got to be there for that. And Tyson's brother Tommy's making his debut on the show.
I know. So I wish I could go. We'll have somebody there, but I can't. My brother's wedding.
Well, postpone it for a day, or something.
Do a red eye. All right. Well, thank you so much again.
See ya.
Bye, Fight fans. Hey, Fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps. If you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure you do so by clicking this icon right here, or else.